Give it one more minute. Okay, I'm going to officially open up this meeting. I go with or without, and I just want to let everybody know, first and foremost, uh, we have about 25 editors that work with the National Black Unity newspaper. This publication here. It's a physical publication as well as an online publication. And I'm sitting in for Mr. Aaron Gray. He's one of our core members who's going through cancer right now, and he's going through treatments, and so our prayers are with him. And the way we work here, one man down, next man stand up. And so I'm standing in the place of my brother because he would do the same for me. And that's the way we work. This is a family thing. This is not a one man operation, two man operation. We all in this together. And with that being said, for those of you who know me and those of you who do not know me, there's old saying, what you see is what you get. That's not always the case with me. It's because now I could have had this elaborate background, could be sitting in studios. I'm associated with a lot of studios, but I chose to do this in my own home. And I'm sitting up here in my room now. And I had 5 grandchildren sitting downstairs right now. And that's a blessing. This is 5 of them. I had about 12. Now, you know I'm a blessed man. But guess what else? This same room that I'm sitting in, this was my grandmother's room. And see how she left an inheritance for me. And I'm just trying to be a good man and leave an inheritance for them. I'm not here to impress you, but to impress upon you this great works that were divinely inspired through me, little old me. Like, I may not be the most likely person to be a spokesperson or anything, and I'm not trying to be either. I keep it real. I come to you just the way I am. But I can tell you this, I am sincere. I'm for real. And I take this mission because it's an honor. It's a privilege. And I think there's no greater calling than when a man is being used by God himself. And for a man to have a purpose in his life. When I say man, I'm talking about woman, I'm talking about humans. And the reason why we're on this call is because since the beginning of time, man, in this infinite way of thinking, has always pitted itself against each other through skin color, through geographical areas. Men had fought each other just because one lived 5 miles down the road and his clan fought that clan. Africans did it. Asians did it. Even the indigenous Indians here in this United States did it. One tribe fought another. Just because of geographical location, they look the same, some of them. But unfortunately, and it's still happening this day and time. Now, I'm no respecter of persons, but I have personally lived through some days. I'm 66 years old right now. And when I was coming up, I had personally faced discrimination as a child. I seen what it did to my father. And I personally moved in a predominantly Caucasian community and witnessed it first. As a child of 11 years old, I had to go through a gauntlet of people with protest signs, calling me all kinds of unsavory names just because of this. And I couldn't figure out why these people so angry. Did I do something wrong? And it beat me up for a long time. I took it personal. Messed my self-esteem all up. And that's why I say I seem like, it kind of did something to my psyche, because when people, for some reason, do things to other people, especially children, it has a lasting impression. And that's why I say sometimes impressions, first impressions, lasting impressions themselves can have all types of effects on people. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying all this to say this. This is what our mission is all about. The National Black Unity newspaper is divinely inspired. And on top of that, those who participate in there, you see all of these people on the front page. When I approached them and told them about the mission that I was given, they immediately jumped on board. A lot of them did. And not only did they join on board, they also put in their time, their energy, and their finances. This is a cooperation, a co-op. Like-minded people coming together for a specific purpose. And the purpose is to educate our people, to inform our people, to uplift our people. We don't put down any group or race of people, not in this format we won't put. That's not what it's about. What we're about is making changes economically, changes mentally, even spiritually. But ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want you to get it all twisted, this is, for me in my house, I do one thing. We have all types of people in our organization. But I like to keep it real. Now I say, now you do what you have to do, but I do what I have to do. But I often tell people, you need to know facts. The fact is, we own less than 1% of the media. Less than 1%. That means that 99.9% of the information we get, that we hear about, is coming from outside resources. And I told you, one people against another people, sometimes they don't hold you in high esteem. And then we spend $1.2 trillion in this country, and that equates to the 9th largest country in the world. That's power. Unfortunately, the power that we have is scattered. And one of the purposes of this publication is to unite our people, to connect the dots. And what we're about to embark upon is this. We have a group of people from real estate, from fitness and health, all types of different areas, and we're looking for more people. Because if you have a product, goods, or service that you know can really benefit and enhance the quality of life of our people, then you need to become on board as an editor, a local editor, a state editor, or a national editor. That means you get to write an article. You get to promote what you're doing nationwide and beyond. Yes, we're going beyond that. We even have a gentleman in our publication. That's what his specific goal is to unite the diaspora, bring us all together globally. And unfortunately, in this country, in this day and time, it never changed, but it's just being more exposed because we have a president who I don't think he brings out the best in us. Actually, he does more to divide us. Our people are being killed in the street. Years ago, we used to get lynched, now we're being killed by those who supposed to protect us. Our people are being hurdled up in little small communities. We call them ghettos and things like that, where there's no hope. There's nothing but despair. And some of them don't see no way out from generation to generation. And ladies and gentlemen, all of us are blessed people. We all have talents and gifts. They just need to be nurtured. And so, and I'm saying all of this to say this. I know I babble on sometimes, but I'm saying all this to let you know that is one of the major reasons of our publication. See, we have the power. We have that power to change the course of history. A newspaper is a powerful, powerful tool. And not only do we have the newspaper, we also only have in TV, radio shows. We have a lot of other areas that we're going to venture into, but one step at a time. And all of us have an important part to play. Those of you who are seeking opportunities to earn some money, this is a great opportunity to earn some money. At the same time, you can be blessing our people. Those of you who have products, goods, or services, authors, we have about 15 authors that's in our organization. They writing some powerful stuff, but we need to get it out to our people to enlighten them. So the publication is geared toward information for us and by us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I done ran my mouth enough. And so what I'm going to do, I call this, this is a meeting for sales and marketing for the National Black Unity News. But also, I always say I'm always a student. And I don't know how far you are into marketing your product, but what I tried to do, what I'm hoping to do, is to teach you to fish for yourself so that you can feed yourself for the rest of your life. And not only that, to reach back and teach others to fish for themselves as well. I've been blessed with wisdom and knowledge in that area because I've been publishing for over 30-something years. And I had to wear a lot of hats. And I know this for a fact that it's a blessing what I'm doing. Because when you go into a man who had put his blood, sweat, and tears into a business, and they struggling and they did all they could do on their end, and then someone like us come along and give them a helping hand, just that final step, just to take them over that edge so they can sustain themselves. That's what this publication can do, to expose them, to let other people know so they can buy their wares. Powerful stuff. And the course of people that I meet. And before I start sharing, I got 3 videos I want to share with you. But before that, I just want to, I know, you can't see them right now, but there are several members that you need to know about that I work with. And the first and foremost is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bill Goodman. He's our editor-in-chief. And Bill, I've known Bill for over 20-something years. But personally, I know he don't like me saying, I don't know if he like me saying it or not, but I think Bill is one of the most powerful men I know. This brother can connect people together like I've never seen anybody. When Bill called, they just show up. Mayors, governor, I don't care who they are, they show up when Bill called. Because he had put in the work over the years. This brother is a soldier, street soldier. He's an author himself. This brother is dedicated. And I speak to this brother often. And I know this brother heart, it's in the right place. And all he wants is unity. It's in it. He's like me. That's why I walk. We hooked up together. We linked up together because we both on that same mission. Thank you, Bill. And then we had Mr. Walter Murphy. He's our national manager. And I know this brother because he is my brother. I know him all my life. This brother has spent a lifetime, he has made a career in the military. And he's retired, and he's given his time to all types of charity organizations. But I've seen him give his time to his own family, the dedication to his community. Strong brother. Now, he dots his I's and crosses the T's. Now, I'll take you all over the place, but this brother keeps me in check. And that's what we need, because everybody brings something to the table. And I thank you, Mr. Murphy, for that. And then we have Dr. Watis, Barbara Watis. And I know her for many years. And she used to write in my newspaper years ago. Dedicated educator. And she's our editor. She's the one that dots the I's and crosses the T's when it comes to words. She knows how to organize words. Put them so they make sense, because I write you just the way I talk. I have you all over the place, but everybody brings something to the thing. Thank you, Dr. Watis, that she's so dedicated. Loves what she's doing. Loves children. Loves educating people. And then we have Mr. Aaron Gray, who I mentioned to you earlier. He's going through something. But this brother, man, I think he's a genius when it comes to marketing and sales. This brother had me memorized when I said that. I've been around the block several times. But he knows how to capture audience. And he's serious about what he does. And he's a good brother. And y'all just keep him in his prayer while he goes through his challenges in life. And then, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is about changes. See, before we can go out and change the world, we have to address some issues. There are some problems, that we have to deal with. And that's one of the reasons for this publication. See, we are aware of a lot of the problems, but we need solution. This is a solution-oriented publication. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you through a couple of videos that I didn't prepare for you, but I put them together for you. Now I want to deal with this problem that we have in our community that we need to address. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our first.
How many of you find it strange that we're the only group of people that have to say buy black or bank black? I mean, melanated people have to actually say that. All other groups of people already know that they have to bank with each other in order to make their people strong, and shop with each other in order to make their people strong. We're the only ones that have to promote this. What I want you guys to think about, right? And this is very important if we want this paradigm shift, right? In thought process. We have to promote within our families, okay, which I know we got a lot of broken homes, right? But we have to promote this in the children and pound it in their head that, you know, you have to save your money. You have to bank with your people, and you have to shop and buy and do business with your people. We have to promote the trust again. Now, this is something that's going to have to happen within ourselves, and we must promote this for a rebranding of our culture. Because if we don't do this, we just look real silly to the world. I mean, having to tell people that we must buy black and we must bank black. I mean, can you imagine? Do you see Chinese or Asians say bank Asian? Do you see the Caucasians saying bank Caucasian? Do you get the gist of what I'm saying? The Arabs saying bank Arab. I mean, it's innate in them to do it. We need to do the same. And I'll tell you this. Most of the African diaspora or melanated people from outside of the U.S., they know this already. This is part of, their culture, which is I can speak directly to myself as a Haitian American. You know what I'm saying? We already know to shop with each other. That's something that's just within us. But me, growing up both in a Haitian household and in the Chicagoland area, the Harvey, Illinois, most of my friends, of course, were African American, melanated people, and it's just something that's not promoted. Not to say that everybody don't do it. I mean, it's just something that's not promoted. It's not innate in them. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I know this because all my friends, but I really do want to promote this so that even all the children that get older, they should just know. It's not something that I need to tell you. It's something that you just should know already. We shouldn't have to promote this. It's silly of me trying to tell you guys to have to go and buy and trust and shop with your brethren. It's silly. Or open a black-owned bank account. I mean, it's weird that a person has to actually tell you to do that. That's something that you should want to do. So I'm asking you all, just promote that with your children. You might not think it's something, but it's just a little change that might change the trajectory of where we headed at in the future. Just do that for me. Tell your kids, hey, anytime you go out, do business with your people first. If your people can't do it, then you can check with everybody else. But if we could promote that, I think that'd be a big change. Peace out.
Okay. Now, as I said to you before, that's one of the problems. Because of discrimination, because of theories like the Willie Lynch, because of slavery, and because of a lot of other issues, we have been indoctrinated with this thing about don't want to do for each other. Some call it the crabs in the basket system. And some of us hold grudges against each other because we are taught, even from children, not to like one another. When I was coming up as a child on TV, they had one television show. It was called Amos and Andy. And it was a comedy, what he called it, but it was more buffoonery than anything else from my perspective. We had people like Stephen Fletcher who outran horses and walked with their lips hanging down to the ground and slurring and things like that. So I didn't see too many positive images, but I did see them in my community though. And so the outer crowd, so what I saw on outward was different from there because I saw people like my father who worked hard. I seen teachers that lived in our community because at that time it was forced to live in geographical areas. But then integration came along, and we dispersed. That's why we had the Rosewoods. We had all kinds of powerful communities back in the day. I remember Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm from Baltimore. Pennsylvania Avenue. We had our own Providence Hospital. We have our own school. We had typing schools. We had our entertainment centers and stuff like that. You know, we owned all of that stuff. I seen that as I grew up, but I also seen that when we fought to integrate and we went out to spend out dollars with everybody else, unfortunately, those other communities did not come back to support us. All of them came in and took our money and took it back out to their community, and that's why their community is so powerful. We're the only people in this country, as I said before, to take our money and go to somebody else. Well, you know, through propaganda, media, all of that has a powerful role in that. And see, we have the same power now. We can flip or change that script now. See, we can educate our people through this publication, through the internet, about who we are, where we came from, who's doing this and who's doing that, all across this nation. I've been doing research for many years, and I'm so proud of my people because we into everything, just that we so scattered. There's not too many mechanisms that you can find us all that connected. I built one of the largest websites. It's called the National Black Action Portal, and I believe to this day, it's the largest website in the entire nation, I believe, in the world that connect black businesses, black organizations all over this country, even broken down from every state. And this is part of our sister website because this is where we glean from. You take this publication in the National Black Action Portal and combine them, this is where you can find those black businesses. So those of you who want to market with us, I would teach you to fish for yourself. I know some of you already know how to do that, but you know what? I'm always a student. I always want to sharpen and hone my skills. And so if you're willing, we are. You know, our people need you. We need you. Help me to help you, to help ourselves. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. Our people are dying. Our people are suffering. Forces are coming up against us. And to be quite frank, this is warfare. Physical, spiritual, any way you want to look at it. And that's why God has raised me up and raised you up as well, so that we can come together, equal the playing field. Power, as I always say, power only concedes to power. A newspaper is a powerful tool. $1.2 trillion is a powerful tool. And if we took that newspaper and circulated our people, educate our people, we can keep some of that money circulating in our communities. We can build better communities. We can build better schools. We can build a better people. to be quite frank with you. And then with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you to this other video because I will move swiftly along because there's a lot on the plate that I wanted to share with you. And but first, before we do anything, you know, the mind is a powerful tool. You know, there's an old saying, you know, a mind is a powerful thing to waste. I'm not saying it right, but you know where I'm coming from. And you know what? God has blessed us with this thing called the mind. You can change your mind and you can change your life. I literally mean that. If you change your mind, you can change your conditions. If you change your mind in the right way, you can change other people's lives as well. Mindset is a powerful, powerful tool. And I'm going to share you a little information about that.
Your brain is like a circuit switch. Once you believe you are something, you actually embody it. You embody that feeling. If you were, God forbid, in a coma, and you woke up and you didn't really have a memory, and you were told that you used to be a Navy SEAL, and they want you back now when you're healthy, do you think you'd act differently and hold yourself differently, conduct yourself different, and have a different self-concept of who you are than if you were told you were a piano instructor? Being successful in life is all about having the proper belief system in who you are. Truly believing that you are something unique, that you are something special in that field. If you truly believe inside of you that you are one of the best actors in the world, you will be entirely different than if you're like, I hope I'm good. Your expressions will be totally different. Your tone of voice. You'll talk in a more convincing fashion. You'll use your natural voice instead of a scripted one. You'll be more emphatic. You'll be more real, more relatable. Our brain is like a circuit. And so if we introduce it with the proper wiring, you're going to go straight to your target. If you're unsure about who you are, then your dreams, your goals, they will never become a reality. Everyone has mental doubts in life, internal conflicts. Even the most successful people that you look up to, but they don't live there. It's how you handle those negative thoughts in that exact moment and overwhelm them with positive action. And that comes with this utmost confidence in yourself that you can handle the situation. Trust in yourself that you are better than the moment.
The greats think differently. The greats see differently, right? The greats have a different worldview. The greats, they approach the game in a totally different way. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. Because if you can get this, you can get any success you want in life. You can have anything you want in life if you can get this. The next time you give a low effort, right? You give it 70% or 50% or 30%. I want you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. If your effort is low, you're probably not thinking about the opportunity, you're probably thinking about the obligation. And when you think about E.T., how you stay pumped up, E.T.'s how you stay on fire, E.T., how you always driven, even in the midst of trials and tribulations, even in the midst of your haters, when people try to break you and tear you down, E.T., how you stay strong. I keep thinking about the opportunity. Every single day, I'm thinking about the opportunity, and I'm not looking at this thing as an obligation. I'm not looking at this thing as something that I have to do, whether I'm forced to do, right? Something that somebody's making me do. Every time I wake up, I'm thinking, I'm alive, baby. This is the day. This is an opportunity. If you want what you've never had before, if you want to do what you've never done before, if you want to be what you've never been before, change your mentality. And I want you to see that effort goes up when you look at it as, I got an opportunity of a lifetime. But you should be excited about the fact that you have an opportunity.
I watched this video earlier today, and it kept mentioning the thing opportunity. It was talking about our mindset, and it was saying oftentimes we don't give anything our full attention. In other words, we half step on a lot of things. A lot of times, like you say, we more concerned about the responsibility rather than what the outcome could actually be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity, a divine, inspirational, life-changing opportunity. Now, most of you know me. It's on this call because I invited you. I invited you for a reason, because my steps are ordered. And I would never, ever invite a person who I think was selfish, that would harm my people, who would destroy God's mission. For everybody who's on this call, you were chosen. And it's up to you to if you see this as an opportunity. Because it's not all about just this newspaper, it's about what you want out of life. See, this opportunity can enhance whatever you do personally. I told most of you, I will work with you personally. I will show you how to fish for yourself. And what I can show you is this. No matter what it is, this newspaper, your books, your products, goods, or services, with this right knowledge and wisdom, you can market and sell anything. When your intentions are right and your mindset is right. And most importantly, that your heart is right. See, when let me just say this. Now, I told you, now people know me. If you knew my background, where I come from, I'll be the last person in the world you thought would be doing something like this. But see, most of you already know. I can talk to you this way. But most of you know that when God inspires you and you accept God, all things are possible. But when two or three of us get together, the possibility is even greater. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling you this, that our people are dying, they're crying out. And God hears the cry. And He's sending His people. It's time for us to stand up. Nobody's going to do for us what we can do for ourselves. This is not even really about you. This is about your children and your children's children. This is about our community. This is life-altering information that we're sharing. But even on top of that, we're going to be blessed financially with it. By helping doing all of these great and wonderful things, the reward's going to come. Yeah, we're going to be fruitful and multiply. And while yet we had this small circle of us, I've seen, you've seen in your lifetime, small, like you see on the internet, the Facebooks, you've seen all kinds of stuff that happened where people became multi-billionaires because they were there in the beginning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the beginning stage. This is our promotional issue. You in the inner circle right now. The inner circle, life altering. This thing can go on for hundreds and hundreds of years, way after we gone. You can be that person on your great-great-grandchildren on the wall with your picture up there because you made a way for them. Because you left an inheritance. This is, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying to you, this is one powerful, powerful opportunity. And you was handpicked. Now it's up to you to make that decision. And this is not just about the newspaper. This is about a mindset. This is about an opportunity that alter the course in life, Black people course in life. We have everything we need, but we need to get that information out there. We need to share this information, and all of us can have a part in that. And I'm going to share one more last bit. It's a little longer, but I think you need to hear this because I know for a fact a lot of you are struggling. A lot of you are having some challenging times. Myself too. But you know what? Most of you know, because I done told you, and I'm just letting it out the bag, that I'll be in surgery in a few weeks. I'm going to get some what they call aortic valve replaced. But you know, the blessings about that is I want it done so badly because right now my energy is extremely low. But guess what? And I'm frustrated. But I'm trying to be patient because I have work to do. I get up in the morning and I can't. I mean, just the energy is there, but because of the blood runs through my body just won't react to my energy. And therefore, I have to go through this challenge. But guess what? I am 100% positive that everything gonna be all right no matter what. I am 100% positive that God's gonna bless me and all of you on this call right now if we put in the work. This is it for me. I done been there and done all of that stuff here. But I'm 100% sure that I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm 100% sure that God raised me up for this purpose. I am more than positive that through all your lifetime, all the challenges that each and every one of you went through, for this particular moment that we have come together, so that we can change not only our own personal lives, but together, we're going to change a multitude of people. A multitude from generation to generation. This is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is serious, serious stuff. And I want you to have the right mindset. I want you to look at this opportunity, this blessing. That's what it is. It's actually a blessing. But it is a mission. And we're going to have to toil. We're going to have to plant some seeds in order to prosper. We're going to have to go up there and share information with people. But you got to have the right mindset. With that being said, I'm going to take you to this last video because as you can see, I'm getting a little emotional here.
If you listen and take evasive action, I can help you change your future. The following few moments may very well change your life. And I wish someone had told me this when I was your age. You can change today if you redefine what success is to you. You can transform your damaged relationships.
Very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have.
When I was growing up, I lied for people to accept me because I didn't accept myself. So I would make up stories so that you would accept me into your world. I would, everything I did was for someone else to like me. I had to make a change in my life. You know, I was at an all-time low and I wasn't going anywhere and I was exactly what everybody said I was going to be, which was nothing. So I had to make a change. And the feeling I had every morning, I looked in the mirror, was horrible. And I didn't want to feel like that anymore. And how I felt was a kid going nowhere, a kid that was scared. And most kids will accept that and look for help. But the best thing that happened to me, no one helped me. No one felt sorry for me. As humans, we want to find out how to be someone else. What we don't do is we don't go inside. So literally turn yourself inside out. Read the book that's like we're writing a book every day of our lives, but we never read that book. You have to look inside of yourself to see what you really want. What are you passionate about?
Your soul is screaming for you to answer your true calling. You can change today if you redefine what success is to you. You can transform your damaged relationships and build new ones. You can forgive yourself and others who've hurt you. You can become a leader by mentoring with others who you aspire to be like. You can rebalance your priorities in life. You can heal your marriage and recreate a stronger love than you ever thought possible. You can become the best parent possible at any age, even 86. But don't wait until then. You'll always be able to make more money, but you cannot make more time.
After years of repetitive work, you will often need to dig hard to find your passions, redefine your dreams, and revive hobbies that you let atrophy to near extinction. The goal is not to simply eliminate the bad, which does nothing more than leave you with a vacuum, but to pursue and experience the best in the world.
We all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself? Right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
We are all great. No matter if you think you're dumb, no matter if you think you're fat, no matter if you are fat, no matter if you've been bullied, or no matter if you just got back from Iraq or Afghanistan and you have no legs or your arms or whatever, man, we all have greatness. It just, you gotta find the courage. You gotta find the courage to put your Bose headphones on and silence the noise out of this world and to find it. And to find it because it's out there, but it's gonna take hard work, courage, self-discipline. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills. All the non-cognitive skills to be great.
What do you want to be remembered for? What can you do for others to make the world a better place? What is your true purpose on this earth? We are all dying, but only a small select few are truly living. You can step out of the shadows into the light. You are meant for greatness. You are meant for more than just what you do for a living. You are an eternal being, meant to inspire and help the world. Let's get it right once and for all in this lifetime.
Your brain and your body, once connected together, can do anything.
If you want to be the best at that, if you want to reach the pinnacle of that, you must be, to be obsessed with obtaining that.
You can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. I mean, you're tired. You're literally this far away from the line. Why would you not go that extra to touch the line?
Never give up, regardless of how challenging your destiny in life will be. The world really needs you now more than ever.
If there is no joy when you wake up in the morning, if you dread the sound of the alarm clock going off, if you feel stagnant, if you have the thought in your head that there has got to be more to life than this, you know what you should do? You should stop doing whatever it is you're doing. You will become exceptional the moment you make an exceptional decision.
The only thing that changes your life is making a decision.
You have to be so clear in your mind exactly what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And for me, it doesn't work without any goals, without any targets. I cannot compete properly.
Commitment is when you now, after you've decided, you commit to do this for the long term. Whether it's hard or easy, doesn't matter. You're doing this. If you're having a difficult time with something, your relationship isn't where you want it to be, your finances are not where you want to be, your body's not where you want to be, your business is not where you want to be, you need to take massive action. And if that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action and you will find the way, because it will give you momentum.
You have to be able to see what doesn't exist in order to be able to pull off or achieve what in most people's minds seems to be impossible.
I want you to know something, that the bigger your dream is, I want you to understand the harder the grind. The bigger your dream is, the earlier you're gonna have to get up. The longer you're gonna have to stay up. The bigger your dream is, the more effort you're gonna have to put in. You'll never see it for those of you who are 70% beast mode, 30% gazelle. That's just enough for that other person to outdo you. Listen to me, that's just enough for the other person who wants just what you want. I want you to think about those goals. I want you to taste them. I want you to internalize it. I'm telling you to dream your dream because I want you to feel it. I want you to taste it. I want you to know how close. I want you, just like when the weather is changing, you can feel it. I want you to be able to feel when you're getting closer to it and closer to it. But more importantly, I want you to know when you dream your dream that there are other people who are dreaming the exact same dream. When you said to yourself, when the ball comes down, this is what I want to accomplish. You're not the only person that wants to accomplish it. And now I ask you this question: what do you do when 1,000 other people want exactly what you want? What do you do when you're not the only one that wants to make $1 million in your company? You're not the only one that wants to be the president. You're not the only one that wants to be the CEO. What if you're not the only one that wants what you want? What if there are thousands of other people who want what you want? You have to outwork them. You got to outgrind them. You got to get up earlier. You got to stay up later. You got to execute, and you got to go from 70 to 120.
If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word ever. If you want this, if you're miserable, or if you don't like it, or you want to do something else and you have a passion somewhere else, work 9 to 5, spend a couple hours with your family. 7 to 2 in the morning is plenty of time to do damage. I mean, you start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching Lost.
If you really have a drive and you really put your heart and soul into something, you can really make anything happen.
Wanted to just prove everybody wrong, you know what I mean? I wanted to make it, and I was gonna make it regardless of what anybody said.
This thing, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for anybody else. Yes, your family supports you. Yes, your friends support you, but you're doing it for yourself at the end of the day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, but I had lost internet connection, and you know that old story. I just say, well, he's a liar, but put it this way. This is the way life is. There's always going to be some stumbling blocks. There's always going to be some difficulties, and there are always going to be some trials and tribulations, just like what just happened. But guess what? That ain't going to deter me, because you know what? Just like that video was sharing, it is such a blessing. It's such an honor. It's such a privilege to wake up in the morning, to have a mission in life, and to be around powerful people like yourselves. They're willing to roll up their sleeve and go on the mission with you. It's a difficult task when you have to do things by yourself. 'Cause we all been in that situation. We all had to chart our own course and not chart our own destiny. And we had to pay the price. And we stood the test and the time. Now it's time to work together collectively. You put in the work. Now it's time to be fruitful and multiply. We have the vehicle. We have the mission. We have an opportunity. We have each other. Most importantly, we got God. The mission is, again, to alter, to have an impact, to change others' lives. As we changing ours, we will be changing others. I want you to join me. See, I'm like that video. It's time for me. You know, there's no more time for half-stepping, 50%, 60%, 70%. This is 100% mission. Not just for the newspaper, for everything that you're doing in your life. Love your children 100%. Love God 100%. Love yourself 100%. Because if you still standing and you still here after all that you've been through, the pain, the struggles and everything, and you still here, and the greater part about it, after all that you've been through, everybody on this call, because I know you personally, I met you and I know some of your missions, you all still have a heart for helping others. This is divine. I keep telling you, I'm not going to stop. I have no shame in my game. But I do know one thing. I am going because I am clear. Now, if I've never been more clear in my life, I'm going all the way with this. Nothing. I repeat, nothing. Not even you. Much as I want to go with you, I want you to go with me. We need each other. But ladies and gentlemen, our people need you. The National Black Unity News needs you. We need each other. Like I said before, we all have put in the work, and all of us, we all know that we're nowhere near where we want to be. Iron sharpens iron. We all have some ingredients that we can bring to the table. And if we mix these ingredients together, we can all feast on it. All of us. From generation to generation. This publication is just like the table. That's all it is, the table. And we can all sit at the table together and grow together. And it's up to you. We have a lot of committed people on this thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to make an announcement before I forget, because I'm not going to hold you in 3 minutes. Matter of fact, it's longer than I took in the inspection. But soon, in maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I'm hoping, I'm really looking, don't take this down as sign, as a fact yet, but I'm looking at November the 4th. We're going to have a major event. It's going to be a live broadcast and a live event. We're going, all of our members, this is what we're hoping that will happen. All of our members invite people to this event. We're going to talk about the newspaper. I want you to bring your potential advertisers, bring people who may be great writers or who something that can contribute to the publication. It's going to be at one of our sponsors' restaurants. We have 2 or 3 restaurants that we pick, but we have one in mind. We're not going to share that till maybe Wednesday when we have the editors meeting. But this also will be a live broadcast. Now, I probably will not be there personally. And that's the way this is the way I'm getting this. You know where I'm coming from. Though you have ears will hear, and you will understand. But I will be there via video, because I will be in the hospital bed, or either I'll be in the bed somewhere, because I probably won't be functioning, because it's 1 week after my operation. And I know I'm probably 9 times out of 10, but see, because of this modern day communication tools and stuff like that, I can move my fingers. You still use this, then I can still operate. It's not strenuous for me to pick up a mouse or move my finger on the computer. Because like I said, if I got breath in my body, the mission going forward, with or without me. But I have capable people around me. Mr. Murphy, Mr. Bill Gooden, Kathleen Murphy, Don. I got all types of people around me that can carry this torch, because this is not a one-man operation. All of us bring something to the table. And this is going to alter, and I'm going to tell you this now, this is going to alter the kickoff for the newspaper on December the 1st. We're going to bring in more editors. We're going to bring in more advertisers. We're going to bring in more sponsors. And what that means to you, there's more opportunities for you to make money. There's more opportunities to meet the other members and more opportunities to share what you do. Because all of, like I said, all of y'all sharp people, all of you. This is a collective force. This is synergy that we're working with. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. And I want for you so much. But it all comes down, one thing God gave us, one of the greatest blessings in the world, is the choice of reason. You have to choose. You can choose it to go it alone. You can choose to do what you already doing. But if you're not satisfied with what you're doing, but if your heart is in the right place, because you all expressed to me that you want to do something, this is what we can do together. This is how you still do what you got to do. You still do that calling that God placed in your heart. Because we are multi-talented. Most of them have multi-talent. I have a multitude of talents. But all of my talents right now, it seems like it all fits together like a glove to go towards this mission. God seems like He prepared me all my life. If I go back over my life, it's all seemed to lead to this road. And I can almost guarantee you it's the same thing with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. Please be on the call, even if you're on the sales team, or if you're an editor on this call this Wednesday, because Mr. Murphy, Walter Murphy, will be leading this, and I hopefully I will be sharing with you as well, and some of our other staff members, and hopefully we would have that date and everything set up for you by that time. And I want you all, now I want some, like I say, this is a team effort. This is going to be life altering for the individuals that's going to participate in this event. I'm going to tell you that forefront. Now, you serious about working with us? You give me a call tonight. No, give me a call. I'm tired right now. I'm sleepy. That's the little thing up here going on with me right now. The energy is sapping out. But you call me tomorrow and tell me you want to be a part of this team to help put this event on. And so that, like I say, some of you can even have vendors tables and stuff like that. But it's all about bringing people together. All of us need to bring our resources together. Kick this newspaper off right. Because this paper is going all over this country. And like I say, right now, for those of you right now, starting as tomorrow, I'm going to give some of you the agenda, some of the resources that you need to fish for yourself. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is David Murphy. I'm getting ready to sign off here. And again, some things you can change, some things you cannot change. Like the little glitch in this video, I can change it later or fuse the things together. Yeah, I will do that too. But, for those of you who stuck in there with me, I appreciate you. And, stuff happens. But like I said, we lost internet connection for some reason. And it does that from time to time. But nevertheless, the time is now. People are going through a lot of changes right now. So let's get busy. Let's do it. And I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And give me a call because we're moving forward. And I thank each and every one of you. And I'm going to bid you a pleasant good night. Thank you so much.